Welcome to another segment with Dave and myself, and today we're going to show you another remedy, liposome seed. Now, some of you have seen people make the liposome seed. What you see here, I've got water boiling to heat up my container. I do not like soy in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not a soy person. And the Russians came up with a sunflower lecithin. So from Blue Mountain Organics, you can get sunflower lecithin in a gelatinous form. That's what I like. I prefer that. Or the other one to use is an egg yolk lecithin. I prefer the egg yolk lecithin or this. Now, if you can find the egg yolk lecithin in the gelatinous form, feel free to use that as well. I haven't seen it around for about 20 years. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So what we're going to do, we're going to measure off about 100 grams for 3 ounces. Okay? Which is, well, I might even put a little bit more, because we got to thin this down a little bit. See, that's a ooh, and this thing's hot. Aha! And not bad. This actually tastes like sunflower.
Oh yeah.
They even got a sunflower halwa that comes from Russia now. It's amazing. All right, so we can let that warm up a little bit, and we can tell because it'll start to get a little thin. We just want it a little thin so that it doesn't get too hot, because again, vitamin C is heat sensitive. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our high-tech, high-powered devices. Ah, there it is. I have one. I don't like these. So what we're going to do maybe is we're going to pop the blade. Aha. Use that for another display. So I don't. These here, they do work, but they're not as effective as these. The difference between these here. See how they got a triangular thing? These are a lot more secure, and they seem to work better. These leak a little bit more, and again, I don't know why, but they do. So again, I prefer the older. Again, these are real material. That's plastic, neoprene. You know, something happened with the Germans. They went from good stuff to social stuff. Because Osterizers are a pretty good blender. But again, I find the older ones, and when I'm looking for them, I try to find them with these. All right, how are we doing here? Ah, she's getting there. You can tell because it'll start getting really smooth. You can see there's some little coarse activity in the middle. So as you can see how on the side there, it's a lot smoother. And again, if you give it a little bit of a mix to help it along, let's get more. Okay, we're gonna cheat again. We use high-tech materials here. We use this is not a magical knife. This is just a knife. Just going to stir it up a bit. Okay, just kind of speed it along. Again, this is hot. I have to kind of take away because the steam is at 210. So we're just, so it's getting just a little bit malleable. Aha. So it's getting soft. And you can tell by when you stir and it's getting soft. So once it gets a little soft, it's going to be easier to work with. Aha. So, and you can tell too that despite the way it comes off the knife, that it's getting to the point of being malleable, okay, or soft. Again, it's not really hot, but again, you put it in a double jar or the Bain Marie if you want. This way you don't burn the oil. And again, we're just heating it up just enough so that it is. See how it's just flowing now? So we're going to put in about 100 grams or 3 ounces, which is about that much, maybe a little bit more. Here we go. That's about 3 ounces, give or take. Aha! Now we're going to add the high-powered, high-tech vitamin C. See what this is. Okay. So now I'm going to add approximately 50 grams. Now, you can go more if you want. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's more like 4.5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 10. All right. That's about 50 grams. What is it? That's 10 grams. 4 teaspoons. Yeah, that's 10 grams. Okay, we're going to go 10 grams. We can actually go more. Anyway, we're going to go 10 grams. Again, high-powered tool. Now, because the stuff is worn, because we've warmed up the molecules and we've heated them up, they will have expanded. And by putting it in the blender, creating the mixing and the chopping, and this will eventually create a bit of a centrifuge as well, a mixing and stirring. What will happen is this stuff will penetrate. You won't need the ultrasonic thing they got. It will fuse. All a liposome basically is, in a nutshell, is we're taking a fat molecule and you're surrounding the particulate that you're using or fusing it into the fat. So what it's doing is it's getting into the liver where it's going to be better absorbed. Now, this is a very simple way of doing it. You don't need to get into all this elaborate equipment. As you can see, it's mixing. What we can do at this point, we can keep adding more to it until you get to a saturated. See, look at that. Okay, it's fused. Now we can keep on adding more and more to it, which we will do. Some more vitamin C. Again, all right. It's not completely mixed in, but it's mixing in there, so we can add a little bit more to it. As I have in here, I had 50 grams, I think it was 50.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
When you're saying it's not completely mixed in, it's just
because the stuff fell off the side. But you see, it's how white it's getting. So it's saturating it. And again, it's not heating. The heat isn't going to hurt the seed because it's not that hot.
So you're not killing any sort of properties that you want to...
You might diminish it a little bit, but again, we're going to be adding more to it. So it's not like we've heated it up at the highest heat. We just got to a point where we can work with it more. I'm going to add about 20 grams total, or even 25 grams.
So each one of those units is a gram?
Yeah, it's a gram. Okay, and again, down we go. All right, go down a little bit. And start on the low. It for a minute. As you can see, it's fusing and absorbing. The fat is surrounding the seed and it's getting into the cells. So again, this is a simple way to do it. You can do this with almost anything. You can do this with almost any herb, any supplement. If I wanted to even increase the effect of this, I would have added CQ10 to this, vitamin D, vitamin K, beta carotene, lycopene. you could have thrown any of these things in there to increase the effect of what's going on, because these are all fat-soluble supplements that need fat to work. Now, I've also found that some water-soluble, even alpha-lipoic acid, you can throw it in there as well, because alpha-lipoic acid is both fat and water-soluble. In other words, you can use fat or water to get in the system. Now, as you can see, a lot more of it came down. Now, at about 25 grams per teaspoon, you'll get probably 1.25 grams on a teaspoon using this. Which, and again, I'm not sure exactly how much more. I mean, it's supposed to be equivalent to an intravenous vitamin C as far as absorption goes. Now, there you go. You can see it's fused completely.
It looks almost like peanut butter.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's going to have the same effect. All right, you're going to get a higher yield. And again, tweak it. Add CQ10 to this. Okay, especially for those of you who have suffered heart attack. Throw your CQ10 in there. Even throw your B vitamins in there. It will work. Again, the liposomal thing came out back probably in the 90s. And they were using this as a means of transporting supplements. They found it worked almost on any supplement. The idea was to encase a component into the center of the fat molecule. So when it got inside, again, it was designed to get past the first pass in the digestive system and then get into the liver so that the liver could use it and convert it. Those of you with Hep C, you can take something like schizandra and remenda root in conjunction with the vitamin C. You can even make an extract or a powder and do the same thing. This will make the remedy more effective in getting to where it needs to go in order for it to do what it needs to do. So you have options and you have ways of doing this stuff. The other thing they were doing, I saw, they're doing a lot of stuff to first dissolve this and heat this and then shake it up so that it will get the vitamin C into the thing. And I really didn't see a need for all the ultrasonic thing. I think that'll probably discourage a lot of you from even doing this because you don't have this device to shake everything loose or shake everything in there. Again, to vibrate the molecules, the heat will do it alone. And again, you may lose a little bit of the potency of the C, but not a lot. And you got to remember, the lecithin itself is going to have a lot of therapeutic properties in the liver. One of the things it does do is, again, helps break the fatty buildup in the liver. The other thing it helps also is it also helps in reducing estrogen in the liver. So again, and as you can see, there you go. Okay, that's completely saturated. Now your container may be slightly warm, and that's okay because you got to remember you get to use a solution here that's warm, and this thing will spin and it will create a little heat. Don't worry about it. Again, the fat will protect that heat on some level. Okay, it's not going to be completely, the vitamin C isn't completely exposed. So again, another simple way of creating a remedy. Now, where is my, oh man, I forgot a jar. I always forget a jar. Okay, I was gonna, well, I do have a teaspoon here. Aha.
You want one of these?
No, I can leave it there.
Too big?
Yeah. There, just to show you. Dun, ta, dun. Look at that, they like a new one.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, yeah. It made me laugh here. Mmm.
The look says it all.
It is bitter as hell. Oh, look, hair on the chest now. There you have it. Oh, it is bitter. Woo! I gotta make sure that container was right. Maybe it was maybe more than. One scoop is a quarter ounce. Oof.
So the vitamin C made it bitter?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm double checking here because maybe I put too much in. Well, maybe more. I put more than I thought.
Either way, the target is 25 grams, like you're saying.
Yeah, or higher.
Or higher.
You can make it higher.
I think you mentioned 40 in the beginning. But.
Yeah. So we're gonna go 50 on your side. I think it's a good thing I didn't. Holy crap, that's strong. Woo. Anyway, that's another. You can, like I said, even or for those of you who are suffering from severe metal poisoning or severe conflicts, you can add even MSM to this. MSM and the vitamin C. You can even dilute them first if you want and add them to it. However you want to do it, because then or you can add NHC with the vitamin C to again improve the effect for the liver, especially for those of you who have an alcohol issue and are trying to repair the liver. You can, like I said, the combinations are endless. Now again, I used Sunflower Lecithin. Now, you can use coconut oil. You can use lard. You can use olive oil. You can use whatever oil you want to use on this. The idea is to get them to fuse, to become one. You don't necessarily have to use lecithin. It's a fat soluble, or a fat binding molecule is what you're making here. Okay, so the ultrasonic is not neat. Once you heat the oil, it expands. In some cases, they even use a little bit of a solvent, an alcohol, to open up the fat, so that whatever you're mixing with it gets into the fat molecule even more. So again, there's lots of ways of doing it. Oh man, that also kicked up my temperature. We made a garlic remedy. Okay, you take that same garlic, mix it with the lecithin. Okay, and away you go. Where is it?
Like the leftover.
Leftover, or even the straight liquid. You can even mix these with the liquid.
Isn't it in there in that pouch?
No. Yeah, that's the pouch. But even the garlic.
Oh, I see that one.
Okay, the garlic. We can even take a liquid and do the same thing. So again, it's endless. Do not get caught up on this and again, experiment. Okay, and again, ratio these things out. If you had 100 grams is 3 ounces, 50 grams is just a little over 2, well, not quite 2 ounces, just under 2 ounces. And 1 teaspoon is about 5 mils or 5 grams. So that's 1/20th of your 100 mils. Again, if we're making it in 3 ounce increments. So per serving, if you do it that way, it works out to about 2.5 grams. I'm just trying to think here. I lost my thought here on this. Let me see here. I gotta double check here because this seems a lot stronger than what I'm thinking it is. Double check. Ooh. Aha, it is stronger. Okay. So what we did there was actually about 8 grams per scoop. And we put 20 of them in there. That's why she's so strong. Alright, so it was a slight miscalculation on my part. Here I thought I was putting 5 grams, but it wasn't. I was putting 8. Alright. Again. Well, hold on a second. 3 tablespoons is an ounce. 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. Yeah, so again, we got a little bit more in here than I bargained for. But anyway, keep it simple. Usually, we just was sort of roughhousing it, just guesstimating.
And you're still standing, Tony. Unbelievable.
Oh, now you got hair in the chest. And it wasn't for me, it was for the other section. Anyway. All right. Again, it's, okay, the benefits again, it's supposed to be equivalent to an intravenous vitamin C. So again, for those of you who cannot take vitamin C because of the acidity, you will taste the bitterness, provided how concentrated you make it. If you make it, okay, I put more than I thought I did. When you're using it, it won't be bitter. There's no bitterness at all, literally none, because again, it's coated. So again, play with it, see what you can do, and again, give me your feedback on your results, okay, and see what you can come up with. All right, till the next segment, to your health. Okay, Dave and I, we just did the vitamin C one, so we double checked the measurements, and apparently we were actually putting about a little bit over 7 grams per teaspoon, per scoop. So we put about 20 of them in there. So that worked out just approximately about 142 grams. So at 150 grams, you're approximately getting almost 3 grams per serving. So we're just going to get slightly less than 3 grams, if I'm not mistaken. Or we had 150 grams in there. Maybe it was 150. But anyway, at 150 grams, where's my paper here? Where's my paper? I lost it. You had the, oh, there it is. Uh-huh. Well, like I said, 100 grams with 50 grams, again, you're approximately getting a 2.5 grams per serving. So actually, you're almost tripling that. So I guess you're getting closer to 7 grams per serving in the container per 100 grams. So again, it's going to be strong. That's why it was so bitter. We overdid it. I was only going to put 50 in there, and I put almost triple. So because I misread the scoop thing. But anyway, that's how strong it is. And again, it's going to absorb a lot better, and it's going to get into the system more. So just want to point this out. So again, do your math on this stuff. And my math might be a little bit off on this thing too, but again, that's the formula I've got. And again, if it's wrong, again, you guys can let me know that it's wrong. All right, that was it then. That was the addition that we wanted to point out.